What's up, agency owners? Jason Swenk here, and I have another amazing guest. And his name is Jason, and he's also from New York. So don't get confused. He's probably better looking than me. But we're going to talk about growing his agency, life balance, and a lot of cool stuff. So I'm excited to have him on. So let's go ahead and get into the episode. Hey, Jason, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you so much for having me, Jason. It's a pleasure. And yeah, best name ever.
I know. I was like, don't get confused. Well, you're the newer and better version of me, I guess. But tell us who you are and what do you do?
I am the founder of the search marketing agency Break the Web, and we specialize primarily in SEO and paid search. We help in-house marketing teams integrate SEO, which is always nuanced and confusing and annoying, into their existing marketing practices, so it's seamless all around.
Very cool. And so, how did you get into this space?
It was probably by accident. I used to be a personal trainer way back when in New York City, and I was tired of working for a gym and basically working off the leads that they gave me, which were new membership signups. And I had the idea, what if I can get people to come to me? Is there a demand? So of course, people are going to Google, typing in personal trainer NYC, saw the acronym SEO, started implementing it on my website at the time. And then I was like, screw personal training. This SEO stuff is fun. Of course, SEO was way different back then anyways, but it was kind of a paradigm shift. And that's where the journey started. Worked as a freelancer for a while, but that's where it started.
How long ago was that?
Around 2009, 2010 is where I started actually getting into the practices of SEO. What's involved? What does everything mean? What's the methodology? So about a decade now.
Very cool. I remember when you could get ranked for any term by just putting that keyword in the background the same color. So I might be dating myself on that one, but that was a really
Oh, the good
good
old
trick.
days. Oh yeah, one among the many different things
Yeah.
that would work really well and really fast back then.
What made you decide to go from a freelancer to, hiring people?
Yeah, I think I wanted to have a certain income. The problem with being a freelancer is that you're managing everything when it comes to admin, selling, project management, execution, client management, all these different aspects. And some people are comfortable with that, but I felt like I needed to delegate certain aspects if I wanted to increase my own personal income. So then I started bringing on VAs to help with some of the smaller things. And then before you know it, I'm like, wait, I can let go of this one thing too and not have to worry about it. And I can let go of this one other piece. And then before you know it, you just look up, you're like, oh shit, we're a boutique agency.
Yeah, it's exciting to let go of the stuff that you don't necessarily want to do anymore or have to do, and then other people actually start doing a better job at. Um, who was? I'm always curious. Who was the first hire? Not the person's name, or well, please list out their social security number. I'm just kidding. What was the role? What was the first role that you hired?
The first unofficial non-US based was a VA in the Philippines, and that was to help with link building as one of the big time consuming aspects related to SEO. The first US in which we officially, started like, hey, we're going to be legit and grow a real agency was an account manager. I found myself just taking a lot of time speaking with clients and trying to relay information and setting expectations. So the account manager was our first hire.
Awesome. And there's always a debate around kind of PTO, right? And you guys do it. Well, there's more and more people now kind of giving unlimited PTO. Why did you go to that?
I think if I wanted to take unlimited vacations, if it made sense, or just take off when I wanted to take off, it was only fair to allow that as well in the team culture. I think just maybe I was ahead of it. Right now, the tides are changing to that, and we've been unlimited PTO for a couple of years now. Is that people are going to enjoy work if they could also enjoy pleasure, and if you restrict them by X amount of time that they have for that pleasure, they may not enjoy work as much. So if they just needed an extra 3 or 4 days on a certification or an extra trip, or maybe they were capped out throughout the year for the amount of days, that just gives them a bad taste in their mouth. So we'd rather, if you're doing great work, if things are looking good and we won't be set back, if you take an extra couple of days off, by all means, go for it. We just care about the output more.
Yeah. How do you is, how do you I guess some people are always concerned about, well, can people take advantage of it? Like, have you ever had anybody try to take advantage of it?
No, they still have to put in requests for PTO
Okay.
at least 10 business days beforehand, and they still could get approved and denied. I don't believe, I can recall offhand recently, I have denied someone, but we do have it in our knowledge base internally and our SOPs that it is based on performance. So, yeah, technically, if you want to go ahead and request, one thing we'll be looking at is how much time we've taken off previously, a culmination of hours, but also the performance and the output overall, as well as what things might look like around the time period in which you plan to take off. Um, but yeah, I don't think I've ever denied someone, and no one's hasn't taken advantage yet. Surprisingly, I find what might be, if you do have, for example, 2 weeks or 80 hours of pay time off towards the end of the year, people want to take it. So then you got people taking off just for the hell of taking off, and they may just sit on their couch.
Yeah, we had that in the very beginning of our agency where everyone, like, we would say, hey, it doesn't roll over. You got to use it or lose it. And then they wouldn't use it until the very end. And then literally right when all the clients want all the work, they're like, I'm taking time off. And it really screwed us majorly. And it was pretty hard because sometimes we had to deny it. I do like how you have, hey, we have unlimited PTO, but you have to put in, like, and you're a lot nicer than I would have been about 10 days. I would have been like, right, like, at least give me a month. Or like, if there's emergency, like your parents need you, or some, or kids or something like that, obviously go. But if it was like, hey, I forgot to tell you about my Hawaii vacation, I'm gone for 2 weeks and it's happening next week,
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, you might not want to come back.
Yeah, I know we were just talking about New Yorkers and how New Yorkers are mean, and I guess that's your New York attitude right there.
Yeah. Well, I think when I was telling people, I was like, and I could say this because I was like, yeah, because we're brutally honest, and a lot of people do take that as mean, but you definitely know where you stand with a New Yorker. There's no beating around the bush.
No sugarcoating, no.
Yeah. Is there any other interesting things that you guys do around, making your team happy? Incentivizing them or anything like that?
Yeah, we tested out in the month of June as the intro to summer, half day Fridays, and everyone loved it. So it's just half the time you normally would be estimated for that hourly output of the day. I loved it, so I was happy with it. And after interviewing every team member, they loved it too. And I think it's something we might do recurring every June, maybe even possibly thinking about just doing 4 day work weeks the month of June, um, just to see. And everyone loved it because they were able to take, they didn't need to put in for PTO or maybe half day PTO on that day, which was nice. And just having a longer weekend as the summer rolls in, especially after the last year and a half or so, it was nice to boost morale a little bit.
Yeah, I see more and more people doing that. And actually, if you think about it, it's probably should do it the rest of the year. Honestly, half day on Fridays, or maybe even one a month. Be like Fridays are completely off. Some I've seen some of our mastermind members actually do it on Monday because everybody hates Mondays. Um, and right, and it's a little bit
Yeah.
easier because but a lot of times on Friday afternoon, people are just messing around. I remember walking around the office, like, they're not getting shit done. You might as well, hey, here's the benefit, go home, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's definitely pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be able to do Mondays. I feel like Mondays, like the first half of the day, are catching up from what you might have missed over the weekend.
Yeah.
But good for them. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, they were just like, and how I do my schedule now is I don't do any meetings on Monday, even though I'll work Monday, and then I take off Fridays. I never work on Fridays. And just by doing that, it just eases you into that week. And it's amazing how much more um, you get accomplished, in the shorter week, rather than just sitting around. Because I remember seeing some employees, they were just sitting around and like, oh, man, like looking at the clock.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things we noticed with the half day Fridays is that productivity during the week, Monday to Thursday, was actually up. Deliverables and stuff were executed much earlier. According to like our time tracker, which I don't know how they gauge productivity, I guess user movement on the mouse and stuff, productivity went up, and everyone was saying that, like, yeah, I was actually getting stuff done quite quicker and sooner and probably more efficiently.
Yeah, exactly. Well, awesome. Well, Jason, this has been amazing. Is there anything I didn't ask you that you think would benefit the audience listening in?
Um, I don't think offhand. Maybe where to find us in case you're curious about learning more about Break the Web.
Cool.
Always a shameless promo.
Awesome. Well, what's the
Breaktheweb.agency.
website people can go and check you guys out?
Yeah, breaktheweb.agency, or you can just Google Break the Web.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. And if you guys go check out their website, if you guys enjoyed this and you want to be around other amazing agency owners that can really help you scale faster and share what's working with you, so we all can grow together. Uh, I want you guys to go to thedigitalagencyelite.com. This is our exclusive mastermind that's only for a select few. Not everyone gets in. So go to digitalagencyelite.com. And until next time, have a swank day.